now is open source. It's really a public good. Ripple Labs doesn't own it. Anybody can use it for free as they see fit, really like an HTTP for money. Our job is really just to continue to introduce new innovations that make the core more stable, more scalable, more secure, and importantly, bridges and connections to that core to make it easier for banks, financial institutions, market makers, developers, eventually anybody with an interest to integrate to that core system. That's a big task, and we think you need a phenomenal team of very, very smart, dedicated people working full-time on that protocol if this really is going to be an internet for value exchange.
When looking at the payment system today, it's comprised of a series of components that are designed to custody assets and transmit them around. So at the very top of the payment stack, we have application layers like PayPal, Stripe, Square, applications, technologies that interface with consumers and businesses looking to execute a transaction. Below that, we have banks, the institutions that custody the assets themselves. Moving below that, we start to look at the core interbank infrastructure, rule sets around business continuity, safety and soundness, regulatory compliance. Below that, we have messaging standards, so we can think about SWIFT codes, ACH payment messages, Visa messages. And finally, below that, we have a settlement infrastructure, which is operated primarily by the central banks domestically and correspondent banks internationally. So where Ripple fits today in the existing payment stack is at the bottom. I'm Patrick Griffin, Head of Business Development for Ripple Labs. Traditional funds transfers today effectively rely on intermediaries to coordinate settlement. So while payments can happen bilaterally, fund settlement has to move through a network of third-party intermediaries. What that creates is a system where payments can be lost and liquidity costs a lot more money.
Before joining Ripple Labs, I was working as a Bitcoin volunteer for 3 years, trying to get Bitcoin into the mainstream. And what attracted me to Ripple was just the amazing team that they put together. My name is Stefan Thomas, and I'm CTO at Ripple Labs. One big priority for us at Ripple Labs is to build APIs, which then allow financial institutions and developers to work together and build apps that are innovative and tie into the financial infrastructure.